95% of the purchases that people are doing, they're not decided by them in a rational way. It's actually your unconscious mind making a connection with whatever it is that you're buying. And you don't have that space of really making a decision. This is something that is more spontaneous. Emotional marketing is a way of taking advantage of these reactions, of these emotions. And brands and companies are taking advantage of the way you feel about something in order for you to purchase what they have to offer. Long time ago, I was dealing diamonds and luxury watches in the Caribbean. That was my job, and to sell watches that they were over $50,000 and up to people that they didn't want to buy them. And one of the things that we used, it was to try to connect people emotionally to an object, which in this case were watches. And I will do something like this. My pitch for this was the following. There was once in my life that I saw my father crying. Never before and never again. And it was all because of his watch. He had a watch, a Rolex, and I remember it clearly. It was a golden Rolex with a leather strap, and he was very proud of it. He was very proud of it, and he will show it to me all the time, and he will bring it up saying, one day this watch will be yours, and one day it will be your son's, and you'll pass it down generations. One day my dad came back from work, and he cried. He cried because someone stole that watch from him. That was the time that I saw him crying. And I made it my goal to save enough money to buy that watch back. And I did. I managed. It wasn't exactly the same. It was a second-hand Rolex. But I bought it for him because it meant so much. And when I gave it to him, I saw him smiling again. And it was a really cool connection between me and my father, just because of that little watch that eventually ended up being mine. I'm wearing it now, and I'm planning to give it to my son one day. Not because it's something that is worth a lot, it's because it's something that means a lot. Okay, pause. That's what I will say. That's the story I will tell about the watches. And right after that, men on their 60s or 70s will run to me and say, how can I get a watch that is worth how much it was worth in your story? And we created a way to connect people with a piece of something that is just to look at the time, but create a connection. For them, it wasn't more a watch, it was a piece of history of their family. It became something that it means so much more. And when I pushed for a higher luxury brand, they would understand that there was so much more meaning behind a well-done product that it can pass and last generations in their family. So they will just do the purchase. They will just buy the watches. And going back to the emotional marketing part, that's what they do. We try to connect these emotions to products. We try to get you feel happy, sad, angry. Just because emotions generate this motivation, is they push you to do things that you're not sure. And I really want you to remember that brands are not just a thing. Brands are your mind representations of products. There's the way you feel about products. And that's why brands are so important. And that's why emotional marketing is a key in order to create a relationship between you, your brand, and the purchase. Remember that people will do things because they feel like it, and they won't even think about it too much. So next time you put out a piece of content or an advertising, think about it that way. Try to sell a story that connects people to that feeling, not to the product itself, but to the feeling that the product represents. Either it's a happy feeling or a sad feeling or an angry feeling. Figure out what's the best way to make that connection. Don't forget that people have these buttons all over their body that nobody wants to get touched. But if you find the right way to navigate through all these defenses and push the right buttons, and please don't take advantage of it, you will generate a relationship that is stronger than anything else. We wanted to do a one long shot knowledge build this time just to see how it works, and we hope you like them. And if you have any comments about how emotional marketing works for you, just leave it in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.